everyone. Welcome. So not gonna lie, I haven't been doing my Weight Watchers, and let's just say some pounds have been creeping on. So I am back at it, and one thing that I noticed that no matter what I always love is soup. Like seriously, and it's so easy to incorporate a lot of amazing flavors and healthy components, like with virtually like hardly any calories, and it can be fine-tuned to any kind of diets, constraints, tastes, right? So I found this really great, easy vegetable soup recipe on Weight Watchers. It's 0 points, so if you remember, you'll be able to see that. But this is so easy, my friends. It's kind of like you don't even need a recipe. So what I've done is I started cooking down some of my veg in my enameled cast iron Dutch oven. And just to show you, it's enameled in and out. This is such a good core piece for in your kitchens, my friends. See, cast iron, it goes on your stovetop, it goes in your oven, it goes out on your grill, your smoker. It is so durable. And what I love is with the enamel on it, it makes it a cinch to clean, right? You don't have to worry about seasoning this. It is ready to like use as soon as you take it out of the box. Of course, you're gonna wash it a little, but guys, it's just so easy. And this is gonna be a piece that you're gonna pass from generation to generation. I mean, just think of what you're gonna make in here. You're gonna make roasts and, oh goodness, your pork and sauerkraut, and you're gonna make stews and chilies and your soups, and you can make mac and cheese in here and roasts and beautiful cobblers. Now you're saying, well, that's a really deep cobbler, but what if you're entertaining, right? You wanna have a nice big beefy dish. Oh goodness, there's so much you can do in a pot like this, like seriously. And of course, you've got the lid, because when you are doing things like your pork shoulders and your roasts and things like that, you know that you're going to be cooking for those low and slow. You really want to throw this on to get keep those juices locked in, right? Or if you're cooking out on your grill or your fire pit, again, you're going to want a nice good lid on it when you're doing, for example, like your barbecue baked beans and things like that, right? So such a staple in your kitchen. And what I love is I call this like an investment piece, because it's one of those pieces that you're just going to have with you for the rest of your life, right? And it's going to be one of those core solid pieces, because depending where you live, you know, here in the north, we are all that comfort food in the wintertime, but you want to know what, in the summertime, it goes right out on the grill and the fire pits, right? You're going to take it camping with you. So even if you're down there in those warmer climates, this is going to be going right out on your grill, right? Gotta love this piece. And it's just, again, just so gorgeous. I'm really happy with the two handles on either side too, that they didn't do like, some of the cast iron pieces either don't have handles or they've got a long one, and that's like so heavy. So love this. So I did get this going just a little bit. So I have my carrots in here. I did 3 carrots. They're about a medium size. I did 3 stalks of celery with the leaves, and I started doing some of the zucchini in here as well, okay? So that's what you saw if you happen to see inside the pot. So let's go ahead and finish this off, okay guys? So I'm just gonna use, these are our little I call them my kitchen helpers, but they're called the handy scrapers, and they're just exactly what they say. They clean up your cutting boards. You can see I had some little bit of celery bits left and some zucchini, and when I really recommend that you get them in sets of 2, because you can pick things up when you have 2 and move them. When you're making your salads, this is really nice because you have all those little bits. You can just pick them up and put them right into your bowl. So you can buy one, but then you're having to use one hand, and you can see that when you have the 2 of them, they come together. Some of you are like, why the pink? Once a year, we have a Help with Cancer campaign, and this was one of our products years ago that helped us raise money to beat cancer. So I always like to brag a little bit on that. And if you're kind of a little jealous, you always want to then be checking out the outlet on the website to see if any of those surface. Okay, now here's the thing, guys. You don't have to pre-cook these veg like this, okay? If you're like maybe a very novice in the kitchen, you're like, oh my word, that makes me a little nervous. I've got kids running around. What if I burned all my vegetables and ruin it? Guys, the beautiful thing with a soup like this, you can literally throw the veggies in, cover it with the broth, and let it go. Let it, simmer down, for like 30, 45 minutes, just so your vegetables are tender, and call it done. You do not have to pre-cook like this. I just do this because it does give you more of a deeper flavor. But again, if you're just so nervous about burning, don't bother with this part, okay? Now, we're gonna cut our onion, and guys, I have a huge onion here, and please remember, with your onions, if you always want the sweetest onion, no matter if you're buying a yellow, a red, a white, Spanish, Vidalia, this trick will work for any onion, okay? short and squat will always give you the sweetest. So if you get a real oblong kind of onion, it's gonna be so potent, okay, like so potent. So if you really want more sweet, you go short and squat. So I like to have my onions, okay, and then what I like to do is I like to slice lengthwise first. And remember, we always use a good straight edge knife blade. We don't ever use a serrated on a knife, because when you're serrated, you're going to damage more of the cell walls and it's going to cause you to tear more. So now we have those long cuts done, and now I'm just going to work here, short grain, if you will, and you get that really nice, easy dice. Now, some of you, again, if your knives are dull, this would not be easy. You'd be sliding all over, and that's where you run in. When you have dull knives, that's where you run into, possibly hitting yourself, okay? But with a nice straight edge blade like this, you can see it was biting right into my food. You saw me slow down there a little bit. What you don't see is right over here, a certain little 2-year-old has just climbed up on the bench, so I'm just trying to watch him because I am working with a super sharp knife blade here. But guys, I can't speak more for our forged cutlery. They are amazing. Super duper sharp, super duper sharp. So again, it bites into your food and not in you. This is one of my favorite pieces. This is actually Mama Duke's, my mom who lives with us. Her favorite piece too. It's the 5-inch Santoku. It's what I call the starter piece. So if you're looking for a piece to start with, maybe you were like, I don't want to make the commitment for the whole knife block set yet, go with this piece. This is also the gifting knife. If you're looking for that gift that you know somebody is just gonna adore, right here, okay? You've got the full tang, the blade starts here, it ends here, so this will never come loose from the blade. Perfectly balanced German forged steel so that it maintains its sharpness even longer. So now we're gonna take our little, well, I call our little handy helpers here. We're gonna just do that. Move our onion off into our dish. Here we go. Into our beautiful enamel pot. Give that just a little stir around. And now guys, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna use, yeah, we're gonna do some cabbage up, okay? So I already started it just a titch. This is our, and there I wanted to call it the simple slicer. This is not the simple slicer. The simple slicer has been laid. See, they really do let anybody do this job. This is the quick shred, okay? And what I love with this is I could hand this to this little boy over here, His Excellency. He could touch this and not get hurt. What I love with this, it's a great tool for beginner chefs, okay? You can have them grate down cheese and carrots and whatnot, and you can walk out of the kitchen. You don't have to worry that they're gonna get cut. It's brilliant for potatoes. So we're gonna do some cabbage here, and literally we're just gonna take it, and we're just gonna go back and forth, okay? Now you see how it's kind of shooting everywhere? I prefer to do this over a bowl, but I kind of wanted you to see how it does come through so nice and easy, guys. So actually, check it. There's a little notch there. This is actually meant to sit over top. So I don't know if you can see, but I can actually put this right on top. Can you see how that's fitting right on there? Yeah. So I can actually do this directly down in. Now you might get a little flingage, but not nearly all over the place, like just straight on your cutting board. Bigger things like this is where you get the flingage. Your whole heads of cauliflower, and your cabbages, your carrots and stuff like that, they're gonna go more down, like straight onto a cutting board, okay? So just so you know, heavier things like your potatoes and cheese will also go straight down, okay? So I wanted to grate some in, but then I'm gonna show you another alternative here, guys, that is really fun. Let me just clean my cutting board, okay? Here we go.
What are we making?
We are making some soup, and Mama meant to have out the other thing for cabbage, but I forgot to get it out. I was going to show you guys the crinkle cutter, but I forgot to get it out. So we're just going to slice this off now because I just want to have some bigger chunks in my soup.
Ooh, what's this?
That's bouillon.
Oh, no.
Yeah, bouillon.
Yeah, that's the thing I keep calling chicken cubes because there's a picture of chicken
on it?
Uh-huh.
So guys, this looks like a lot of cabbage, okay? It might look like a lot of veg. And this is why we're only gonna put 4 cups of broth, is there's so much liquid in vegetables. That's why one of the reasons why we don't need as much liquid, because there's gonna be so much liquid exuded from all of our veg here. Okay. Gotta love it when the kiddos come in and then I lose my focus. There we go. Now, because the vegetables also have a lot of fiber in them, That is also going to help keep our bellies full for longer as we eat this, okay? Beautiful thing too is as the nutrients come out of the vegetables in the liquid, it stays in the liquid and we actually are gonna consume the broth with the soup, so we're not missing out on any of the nutrients. So just a little bonus tip there. So now we're gonna use our quick slice. I already did some of the zucchini through this, and like the name says, it literally quickly slices. So I wanted to show you, if you lay your food product down, okay, and you just give it a little wiggle, whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. And you can see I've got perfect rounds. Now I want them to be actually in little matchsticks, so I'm gonna put these right on top. Whoop, he shimmied, there we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. And we're gonna do that again. And then as you can see, fun little matchsticks, guys. I mean, how easy is that, right? Right into the pot. You're gonna use this for avocados and fresh mozzarella and, oh goodness, summer squash and cucumbers and kabasi. I mean, really the sky's the limit. Oh goodness, kiwi fruits and bananas. I mean, it's a dream. Now, if you're gonna grill your zucchini or your eggplant, you can actually put it up like this and you can shimmy it down. Now, I like to do the rocking method. I have early onset arthritis in this wrist, and I just find that any of our wedging or our slicing tools that work kind of like this motion of going down, if you rock it, works so much better for you. Now, see how beautiful those came? Like that for grilling, or if you like to make vegetable lasagnas, right, where you're doing your zucchini, that's really your way to go, so you're not getting wonky, even cuts, okay? Or wonky, uneven cuts, that's what I meant to say. There we go. And there we go. There we've got our nice little matchsticks again. Okay, right into the pot. There we go. Got some love going on. Now, guys, you could be throwing broccoli in this soup. You could be throwing cauliflower, zucchini, or eggplant. It's really up to you what you throw in here, okay? I am going to throw some garlic because who doesn't love that? So we're going to grab our garlic press. Please remember, unpeeled garlic, okay? Unpeeled garlic goes in, shoot it through, and it will separate the garlic from the skin. Hidden inside of here is a little cleaning tool. I'll show it to you up close. Where I would take this side, zhuzh off the meat, open it up. Now, sometimes the garlic plays nice and the skin is right there. If it wasn't, we would use this to clean it out, and then you have the brush that you can clean out all the little holes there. So I'm gonna add one more. So you can see it has the skin. This way, guys, we're not missing out on any of those really good bit of garlic oil. When you mince garlic on a cutting board, you're actually leaving some of that nice garlic oil. I see some of it popped up. There you go. On your cutting board, so you're missing out. So I love a good garlic press. Sometimes the flesh, because that was a big one, some of it will come up here, and that's where this tool comes in handy. We can just wipe it off right in there. This is an oldie but a goodie. If you don't have that in your kitchen, get it. And again, what I had to take off of a little boy is I just have 4 bouillon cubes, guys. I'm throwing them in because I don't have any chicken broth on hand. I usually try to keep some in my freezer, you know, make it from like a chicken carcass or whatever. I didn't have any on hand, so whatevs. And then we're just gonna do 4 cups of water, which for a big pot of soup like this, it doesn't sound like a lot, but again, those veggies are gonna cook down a ton and they're gonna exude moisture, so we're gonna have a lot of broth, okay? Now, of course, to this, once it really cooks down, if you wanna add noodles to this, you can. If you wanna put beans in this, you wanna add extra herbs and spices, I am gonna give it a kick of some of our Himalayan sea salt, freshly ground, with all its good detoxifying qualities, and then I'm gonna hit it with some nice fresh grated pepper. And remember, we always fresh grate our pepper because then we get the freshest taste. If you buy pre-ground pepper, once you open it, you have 2 weeks until 99% of that flavor is gone, okay? Or it's at 98. It's somewhere 98 or 99%. What I love with our grinders, there's a little gasket on the bottom. If you loosen that, you get really coarse grind. So if you're making pretzels, you can have nice coarse salt. Or if you want really coarse peppercorns for a roast or something, you could do that, loosen up. I have it tightened nice and up, not all the way. I wanted kind of in between grind, if you will. And to fill these, you just unscrew the whole top and throw it in. It's so nice. You're not pouring around, you know, some middle, you know, rod or whatever that's in a lot of them. Love our grinders. They're gorgeous. They look beautiful. And let me just show you now. Can you see in there how beautiful? And that's just going to be lovely. Lovely and tasty. And again, you could be adding any kind of seasonings, fresh parsley. Really have fun with this. But that is a nice, basic veggie soup, whether you're looking to clean out your crisper drawer or you're looking to eat a little healthier, or you want something, you know, even as a snack to fill that belly and do it healthy. And this is a great recipe. I know I didn't do it today, but you know, if you are trying to get your kids more active in the kitchen, there's so many tools we have that can really enable them. That's why I'm so sorry I didn't have the crinkle cutter to show you guys, you know, in the video, but we actually were using it earlier on apples, so I think it just didn't get washed. It's probably in the dishwasher to be unloaded. But we have so many tools to help get those kiddos in the kitchen, you know, for all those junior chefs. So thank you for watching. Happy soup eating, and let me know if you make this. Love ya.